Take two. Yeah, so I decided to start recording randomly. Well, this time it's not random. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie because it's been a few weeks, and yeah, I saw it a few weeks ago, and I've been wanting to talk about it. And during that time, I want to just play on this Minecraft world, and the main star of this video is supposed to be centipedes, specifically the one from Alex's Mobs, because that's pretty cool and spooky. So we're gonna have to get ourselves one, and you'll see. So the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, uh, so I did like it. However, you see, there's just this might be controversial, but there are a lot of ridiculous things about it. Some moments are pretty ridiculous, in my opinion, and I think I know where to start. So I like the cupcake. It's just a neat little thing from the Five Nights at Freddy's games. It wasn't really anything significant, but it was favorited by a lot of people. But in this movie, it kind of steals the show. And I don't know what was going on, during the production, the creative, what do you call it? Creative differences? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go in the toy box here and get a giant centipede spawn egg, or cave centipede spawn egg. Um, yeah, like for real, I don't know what was going on with the writers, but that is pretty ridiculous, even for Five Nights at Freddy's standards. Like what the cupcake does. Uh, I don't want to spoil too much, but it it basically flies and bites you, or the main character, Michael. That was his name, right? Yeah. Uh, yeah. I cannot believe the cupcake did that. Like what? Like I understand they're all animatronics, but I just don't understand it. Um, yeah. So that's not my only gripe with the movie, but that I would say that is my main gripe. The cupcake specifically. Um, so yeah, Centipede. My last effort trying to record this, my last try, there was like Dracoflora all over the place, like these giant pink flowers. Um, but yeah, the creative team, they went crazy with the animatronics stuff. um, Another problem I have is the way the animatronics act, which I mean, to an extent I understand it. They're possessed by children, and they aren't 100% malicious, but just some parts that are just, I don't know, it just doesn't really fit. It's just kind of it's awkward is the word I'm trying to find. Maybe. There's also a part where they're like in the house. They like somehow get to the house. I don't know how that happens. I might have missed the part, but that was pretty ridiculous. Um, the way Vanessa acted a couple times, like she wasn't bad. It was just one time, like when she threatened Mike, she said she would shoot him, and like I understand the situation is serious, but you know maybe you should threaten to arrest him instead in that kind of situation. Like he wasn't threatening her life. Basically he wanted to bring his little sister back to the pizzeria, and she didn't want that. Another thing that kept happening in the last recording is a lot of dweller sounds. There was a lot of dweller sounds happening, and it was interrupting a lot. And yeah, um, I wouldn't say it ruined the video, at least to my standards. Uh, but I could see a lot of people not liking it. Um, so yeah, my main three gripes are some of the way the characters behave. Um, though they were mostly alright or good. Oh, Mothies. Um, Man, there are no monsters showing up. What the heck is going on? You know, in the last recording, we had at least a few things going on. I think because I turned it to peaceful because there's too much stuff going on, and I wanted to reset, I guess. Uh, Anyways, yeah, I disabled some dwellers so we won't hear like a spooky noise every 5 seconds. Uh, but yeah, it was just awkward seeing the animatronics be friendly, and they are antagonistic sometimes. Like they aren't, just normal, innocent, ghost-possessed robots. Like they are, you know, being bad sometimes. Being villains. And the real villain, the main villain, I think he was good for the most part. Just the ending, I don't know, it could have been done a little differently, maybe. Oh no, it's Specimen 3 from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Holy crap, it's gonna catch me. It's gonna catch me. Phew. That was close, actually. So yeah, um, what else is there to say? Uh, a lot of people don't like the movie. Like, if you look at ratings, it's kind of 50-50. Um, I don't know how people view it. I want to watch more reviews on it, but I can kind of see it being like a movie that's so bad it's good. You know? Um, I I already said this, but I did enjoy the movie. I don't think it's necessarily bad. There's some parts, like I said, I don't like. Some parts that are ridiculous. Uh, but I think overall it's all right. It's niche, It's for the FNAF fan base. I don't think it's really for the general audience. Well, it kind of is for the general audience. But I don't know what else. What else should I say? This is a good effect to have. I can tell what's going on. I don't need the cameras anymore. I can tell who's nearby. And there's that scary, weird thing from the Dangers in the Darkness. That's the Daunt. There's a Dracoflora there. Oh, it's the glowing effect is really cool. I'm glad they added that to the game. I should have added a camera out there so I could see the centipede. Maybe I can do that real quick. But I need it to go away. I need to lure the centipede away. Is there anything else about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that I want to talk about? I think the beginning is done well. And there are definitely some parts, which remind you, yes, this is a horror movie. There's blood and, creepiness. And I just want to say, the developers or developer did a good job making that centipede. Oh gosh. Oh! Oh! Yeah, but yeah, that must be really hard to code all those like segments. Like that must be freaking hard. Let's see. I guess right here. What? Oh, look at that. Let's try looking at that. That's new. Oh, cool. It's like one of those modern cameras you see. It's like you know, the black bulb, and it like, you know, it looks around everywhere. Yeah, cool. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, Five Nights at Freddy's inspired a lot of things I've made or built. You know, I've drawn some FNAF related things. I've built some FNAF related things. It just got me into horror in general. So that's why the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is important to me. But more importantly, the original FNAF games are important to me as well. And I wanted this to be a scarier video, quote unquote scarier, a more thrilling video, yeah, because my last attempt had way more monsters in it because there's just stuff everywhere. But that's okay. It can be. It's all right. And before I started recording the first attempt, oh, I saw that bug. Uh, yeah, there was like I encountered like 2 dwellers before recording at all. So that's a shame I didn't catch them on camera, but that's alright. I just heard the man from the fog. He's up and about. Yeah. So I guess that's all I have to say. Uh, I hope this recording is better than the last one, the last attempt, because yeah, a lot of dwellers were screaming in my ear, and I don't think it would make for a good video. Did I open that door? Was that left open before? I think From the Fog is messing with me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll just leave off the video with the... Yep, there it is. There he is. Shout out to Alex's Mobs. Also, shout out to Scott Cawthon. Shout out to the, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. I wonder what that was. Yeah, what a good way to leave off on. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a moth, okay. Alright. Thanks for watching. And,